Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I did an eye tutorial using the Smoke Sessions Milk Cosmetics palette. This palette came out a while ago, but maybe if you have it, you want to use it again, you can go ahead and pick it up and follow along with me and do this tutorial. So a palette that I thought was really similar actually to this one is the ColourPop Just My Luck. So you can go ahead and use this one if you don't have this one, or you can go ahead and pick up any of your green or gold shadows to create this look. It's pretty easy. So I pretty much just use 3 shadows to complete it. You guys know I always zoom in whenever I do eye tutorials on here, so let's bring it in very close and get into the video. So I'm picking up my Smoke Sessions Milk Cosmetics palette. I'm so excited because I just got this. This will be the first time I ever use this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Space Queen right here, and I'm using a blending brush. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna hold my brush like this really lightly, and then I'm going to kind of lightly apply it. Alright, so I'm going back and forth windshield wiper motions. When I get out here, I'm going to kind of bring it out. If it's easier for you, go ahead and pick up a smaller brush. I'm dipping back into the palette, but I'm only picking up a little bit. Alright, I'm going to grab a little bit more and just kind of apply right in here and bring it right out here in my outer V and just really blend it in there, really packing it on. Notice how it's a little bit darker here because I kind of built that up. So I like the shadow so far. It's pretty good green shadow. In my opinion, I think green shadows are so hard to formulate, and this one's actually kind of like layering on very nicely. So pretty happy with it so far. I'm gonna bring it back and forth. Alright, I'm picking up my E36 brush. You guys know I love this brush because it is so flexible. Like, you can kind of move it back and forth and it's really small. It's a Sigma Blending E36. Gonna pick up a little bit of that Space Queen, and then I'm gonna bring it right out here. And I'm gonna kind of wing it out and blend the top right out here. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of making this look a little bit softer right up here, and I'm going back and forth. So I went ahead and put a little bit of foundation on this concealer brush. I always use my foundation so that it's not like super light underneath, and I just went ahead and cut across here. So I still have a little bit left, so I'll show you guys what I do. So I just did that to both sides. I like to do that just to kind of clean it up underneath. There was a little bit of fallout, but really not that much. So I just go with a little bit of foundation and kind of clean up underneath just to make it super straight. And if you did go too high up here, I mean, you could add it here and just make it look super winged out, however you like it. So this is my setting powder right here from NYX. It's just like a off-white. It's like more of a yellowy tone. I'm gonna pick up an angle brush like this, just a little bit of this. So you can use setting powder, either like a really light color, like a creamy color, whatever you want to do, or you could use a minty color. So even this one, oh, that just spilled everywhere. Man, oh no, that just spilled everywhere. Look. Okay. So you could either use this shade right here. I think it's called Chances Are. This is from ColourPop, so you can either use either or. I'm gonna go ahead and use that creamy color and just kind of blend right on top of the crease there. So I'm just gonna kind of blend right up here, and when I do that, it becomes like a light minty color. Okay, so once the shadow kind of looks like this, I'm ready to kind of move on to the next step. I'm going to use a black base just because when I apply a shimmery color on top of a black base, it does a really nice effect, especially with green and gold shadows. So I'm picking up my e.l.f. Putty Primer. If you don't have this, feel free to use a gel liner, kind of warm it up on the hand. Then you can use a concealer brush and kind of cut the crease. So I'm personally going for a very dark look. But if you don't have like a dark base like this, like a black base, that is totally fine. You can use concealer. We're literally just gonna cut the crease with this black base. Okay, so I'm picking up my Sigma concealer brush. This is an F70. I use this all the time to cut the crease. it's just like super dense right here, and it's just really, really good for that. So I'm gonna dip into this black primer. So quick little tip, so if you need this to be a little bit more creamy, you can go ahead and go in with a mixing medium. This is from JD Glow Cosmetics. It's a Stay Put mixing medium. So what it's gonna go ahead and do is kind of make this a little bit more creamier. So if you're kind of having difficulty applying this on your eye, a tip that I do is I'll go in with a drop of mixing medium just to make it a little bit more easier to apply. So it's gonna dry back down and it's not gonna ruin your primer at all. So you can go ahead and do that. So I just made it a little bit more creamier on the brush. And I'm just going to So I'm using my eye shading brush from Sigma in E55. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a little bit. This is Gravity OG. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the inner corner right here, right on top of that black base. It's actually a really, really good shimmer. It's just a little chunky. So you wanna go in with really, really little bit. Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Mean Green. I'm going in with that same brush, my eye shading brush E55 from Sigma, flat shader brush. I'm adding Mean Green right next to Gravity OG, which is that gold color. And I'm kind of going sideways. Whenever I go sideways, I feel like it blends it so much nicely together. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing that I did to my eye on the top and go ahead and do it to the bottom lower lash line. Okay you guys, these are lashes I'm using. They are kind of a little bit shorter in the front and then get fuller. I'm not sure what they are. Okay you guys, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some close-ups and that's it. Bye everyone.